Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Mittens and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is kind of a bit different. I'm going to play World of Warcraft on my vanilla server, Feenix Wow, Feenix Warsong server, 100% Blizz-like, 12 times rates. I'm going to be playing as, well, you'll see for yourself.
Long ago, the Orcish horde was corrupted by the Burning Legion and lured to the world of Azeroth. For generations, the Orcs made war upon the human kingdoms of Stormwind and Lordaeron. Though the horde was ultimately defeated, a visionary young war chief named Thrall rose to lead his people in their darkest hour. Under Thrall's rule, the Orcs freed themselves from the chains of demonic corruption and embraced their shamanistic heritage. After years of wandering, the Orcs founded their own kingdom in the harsh wastelands of Durotar. Based in the warrior city of Orgrimmar, they stand ready to destroy all who would challenge their supremacy. As a proud defender of Durotar, it is your duty to crush your enemies, both seen and unseen. For the nefarious agents of the Burning Legion still wander the land.
Right guys, so there we go, the old vanilla intro and everything. Here we are playing as a shaman, an Orc Shaman, and this is going to be a new Let's Play. Fortunately it's not going to drag on forever because of the fact that these 12 times rates mean that I'll get up the levels pretty quickly. To be honest, I'll be surprised if in this video we don't get past level 10. So let's begin. I'm going to just leave up the quests slightly, so if anybody wants to read them they have the chance. Of course you can pause when it's all read out. But I will be commentating a little bit because having played World of Warcraft for quite a long time, I have a lot of memories, and it does make me excited every time I start a new character on this vanilla server. So I'm really excited to just get into the world and start leveling up a shaman. It's going to be really good to do it with these rates. See, we're already nearly level 2. It just feels fresh. It feels like things don't drag on at a slow pace, and you can go back and enjoy the quests later on if you want. Now, of course, I've already made a review of this server, so I'm not going to spend too long talking about its good or bad points, because if you want to see that, you can look on my channel and look at the review. But at the moment, I'm just going to enjoy leveling back in old WoW, and we'll see the good points and the bad points of old WoW, because let's be honest, it wasn't all roses, but there's a feel to it, there's an old school feel to it which just makes it really everything that I want in an MMO at this particular point. To anybody who's starting up a new character on Feenix servers, I would guarantee your best bet if you're going to make a new character is to pick up every single piece of loot you can, because with these high leveling rates you will need the money, I can guarantee it. Now I never got to play a shaman back in the days of old school WoW, back when people used to say that it was the best class you could play and it would take 10 alliance to knock you down basically. So I'm excited to see what it's like. Hopefully I'll get this character to level 60, and hopefully it won't take that long, but I hope that you guys enjoy the ride as we go along here. I've got some places that I really want to visit. I'm going to make sure that you guys get to see some of the zones that really change with Cataclysm, and you'll get to see what they look like now. Places like Thousand Needles, and I'll promise not to spend too long in the Barrens. I know some people quite like the Barrens. I'm not sure why you would like the Barrens, but it is still part of that old WoW feel, so I'll make sure to spend a little bit of time there. The second ever character I made in World of Warcraft was an Orc Shaman, and this really does remind me of it. I think the first character I made was a human paladin and then an Orc Shaman, so it really doesn't get much more stereotypical than that. But it feels nice going back to see Durotar as it was, because Durotar did change in some pretty noticeable ways with the Cataclysm, what with the flooding and all of that stuff. And to be honest with you, whilst people can complain about some of the quests in vanilla WoW, I got really bored pretty quickly of the quests in post-Cataclysm Durotar, with the where you've got to help the 5 people and stuff like that. That got really, really boring, because to be honest with you, there's certain quests there that you kind of really need to do on your quest path if you're going to really get, like, if you're really going to progress through the zone. on a 1x rate normal server, that is. Feels oddly quite refreshing after so much innovation and change within the MMO genre to go back to what people actually really complained about, which is just having a first starting quest where you've got to kill 10 of X mob. It's just I just really like it, to be honest. I think that a lot of people would agree that the thing that attracts you to play on a vanilla server, or attracts you back to playing on a vanilla server, is that sort of I don't know, the having the rough with the smooth, if you know what I mean. Like boss mechanics in raids, where the end boss of a raid will have fewer mechanics than like any boss in a dungeon in the first expansion and stuff like that. It's something nice about there being like a bit of an old school feel to it, and an old school level of difficulty, really, because I think most people would agree that post Burning Crusade really doesn't count, 'cause some of the content in that was really challenging, but post Burning Crusade, a lot of the content in World of Warcraft, particularly with the advent of looking for group and looking for raid, became quite easy to achieve and accomplish, and it kind of meant that for hardcore players, you didn't really feel that sense of gratification when you finally got your gear, whereas in Vanilla WoW, you really can't say that it's like that. I know for a fact that there are a lot of raiding guilds and a lot of pug groups on this server, so hopefully when we get to 60 they might be in need of a shaman. Probably be going as a healer, and I kind of like that idea, because I never really played a healer at high end level. It's always either been a DPS or a tank, so I'm looking forward to it. I don't know why I keep killing boars, we've already got 10, sorry about that. Right. Oh yeah, and if you are watching this, be prepared to see a lot of running about, because remember, I'll be level 40 before I get a mount, which is always great. Look at this boar graveyard I've created. I am a master of disaster. Just flashing them lightning bolts all over the place, man. I get the feeling on this server that the Horde to Alliance ratio is a little bit less on the Horde side. Like, you can see there's people running about, which is always nice to see, especially when it's a private server which is well into its prime. It's really nice to see that loads of people about, even if it's just one at this point. But, people talking to me. You don't see that in Modern WoW, I'll tell you that for a fact. But anyway, but anyway, I'll just pause and continue talking. I really get the feeling that the Horde side is a little bit lower populated, at least on the lower levels anyway. I think the PvP on the Horde side is a lot stronger. I think the Horde is better at PvP. But yeah, when I started out on my Alliance Rogue, that you'll see in the review video if you watch that, there were about 6 or 7 people running about. Anyway, I'll go and hand this quest in. But I was going to say, I've seen quite a few people running about the starting zones as Alliance, particularly human, obviously. But not that many on the Horde, but still quite a few, so nothing to be shunned at. Sting of the Scorpid. I like how they kept some of these old quests when they did the Cataclysm stuff. They kept the sort of Scorpid Sting stuff. I don't know, I just quite like these old quests, to be honest. I think it's maybe the fact that you grow nostalgic and you pine for what you haven't had for a long time. So for example, when you've been playing Cataclysm and then Mists of Pandaria for about 3 or 4 years, it kind of gets to the point where you kind of miss the stuff. I remember when, before Cataclysm came out in the last days of Wrath, I was looking forward to seeing the changes, and I was looking forward to the new content, but at the same time a part of me felt quite bad about the possibility that I'd never be able to experience the old content again. And some of the old content I really enjoyed. And I can remember, before I started playing on private servers, it'd get to the point where I'd actually forget what it'd be like, what it was like in some of the older zones. I forgot what it looked like, so it's kind of nice to experience this. And I quite enjoy how there's the whole shaman quest and stuff where you've got to visit the elementals. I really missed that. I can remember when I first leveled a shaman after the Cataclysm, I was wondering where all of that went. Right, anything that we can learn? I've got probably no money, so yeah, I've got no money. I can sell some of this stuff though, hopefully. Make a bit of coin. Some coinage. Is there a salesman around here? in the den, maybe. Alright, there's the food dude over here. I also kind of missed the old school orcish architecture. I think it looked, because I played Warcraft 3 before I played World of Warcraft. In fact, I didn't start playing World of Warcraft till about 2007. So it was quite cool because I played Warcraft 3 in like 2003, 2004. So I played Warcraft 3 way before I even knew there was an MMO of it, and I really grew accustomed and really grew attached to like the old architecture of the Horde and stuff like that. So it was really nice in World of Warcraft when I first started playing it to genuinely feel like you were playing a continuation of Warcraft 3, and I think that's what a lot of the hardcore old school players enjoyed. A lot of people, particularly also going into Burning Crusade, and even to an extent in Wrath of the Lich King, you felt like you were continuing on from the strategy games, the RTSs. Right, so now we can go and kill some workers. Did I get any coin from that? Yeah, I did get a little bit. So I'll go and see if I can go and learn some new skills. Maybe excel a little bit more at what we do. I'm looking forward to getting new gear. One of the things that is a problem when you're leveling on a 12 times rate server is that your level really does exceed your gear up until you get to max level, and you need to make money and be ready to spend it on stuff like best in slot gear. Earth Shock, thank you very much. And Rock Biter. I've really missed some of this stuff, to be honest. Oh shit, I just fucking went on with Blood Fury. Right, I'm gonna quickly take this time to go into the interface and add the bottom left action bar, just because I like to keep things like, there we go, I like to keep these things like a rock bite and stuff like that on the bottom left action bar, and also things like my buffs and stuff like that. Okay, let's go and kill us some scorpids. I understand that to some people watching it might seem a bit boring, and it's kind of hard to commentate over some of this stuff, so if I do have pauses where it's me just playing the game, then I apologise for that, although some people probably just want to do that. Some people probably just watch this for the nostalgia. But to be honest with you, there is quite an enjoyment in doing this, especially with the higher rate server. To be honest, I was leveling a human rogue in Westfall earlier today, and it just felt nice knowing that I was doing the quests, but none of them felt like overwhelming because of the fact that I was leveling fairly quickly. So, and there we go again. So see, we're already level 6, if you know what I mean. We've only really completed about 1 or 2 quests, so I really do look forward to higher end content. Hopefully I'll make some videos of raiding and stuff like that. And I know people really want to see PvP. I've been looking it up on YouTube, and I know that PvP is one of the main things people want to see. I tried doing some PvP on my hunter, but to be honest with you, it was just really sucky, so I didn't really want to put it up. Did a warsong Gulch and got absolutely slammed by the Horde, which is not too unpredictable. I played Horde for almost my entire time in WoW, apart from my first year or two, so. And there's good old Hanazua. 10 years of being inadequate. Right. Bags. I like bags. Right. Small green pouch. There. I've got a few add-ons that I'm using just to make this a little bit more easier, such as this bag add-on and stuff like that. So if anybody really wants to ask what it is, I'll probably link the add-ons in the description later on in the videos. I think I have to kill Hannah's Sargoth. Sarkoth, yeah, we do. Kill Sarkoth. I'll probably be able to make some videos of the old dungeons and stuff like that when I get to higher level. Not too many people do the lower level dungeons, and that's understandable, seeing as the leveling rates are so high. There's no real need, because like you might be doing something like Ragefire Chasm at level 15, and then, you know, by the time you finish the instance, you might be like level 80. You know, so there's no real point, because the gear really gets outscaled by your level pretty quickly. But the higher end dungeons, Diamol, UBRS, Blackrock Depths, all of that stuff, people are really intent on doing, because that's where you get your pre-raid best in slot, some Scholarmance, Stratholme and stuff like that. Some of my favourite instances in the entire game, really. I think that they've got some of the more really original ideas, like Scholarmance and Stratholme, some of my favourite instances, and I'll make sure to try and make a video showing old Stratholme before the Cataclysm changes, because that that instance was completely different after Cataclysm. Whilst it was good, different, it was just, you know, there was nothing wrong with the old one. I like the old one, apart from the fact it was basically a maze, but that's a good way to describe all old school WoW raids and dungeons. Right. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably be leveling as a healer, probably dungeoning, raiding as a healer on this character if I get to that point. So I'll make sure that I continue to try and heal in dungeons and raids, because I know that that'll get groups pretty quickly and be worth seeing, to be honest. I did some of the old school dungeons on my hunter when I was leveling up on that, and it was really quite interesting, to be honest. The level of cooperation that you have to have is just like it was back in the day, and you'll be hearing the phrase back in the day quite a lot. I'll end up sounding like an old man before the end. So yeah, I'm gonna try and complete the Valley of Trials in this video, so so it feels like as the videos move on there's a bit of a change and that there's a bit of a progression. But I do think that you really need, if you're gonna make, there we go, I really do think that if I was gonna make let me just check what that was. Sarkoth, do I take that back to... Yeah, bring it back to Hanazua. I really do think that if you're going to make leveling videos of vanilla WoW, you really need to be doing it on the server with higher rates, unless people are really hardcore fans of vanilla WoW watching, because of the fact that the progress can be quite slow. I mean, you can make 33 videos and only really get to like level 30. So yeah, with this it'll be quite good, because I mean, we're already level 7. Seeing the deed you have done for me, blah 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 blah. Sarkoth, now I have to go back to the den. Survival of the fittest, Hanazua, mate. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You're gonna be inadequate for the next 10 years. So we'll go and kill some vile familiars. I'll get that quest done, and see if we can get to level 10. A good tip for anybody leveling on this server, or any vanilla server where there's higher rates than normal, is to just do all of, and to be honest with you, this is probably just a good tip for any vanilla server in general, because of the fact that vanilla questing can be quite difficult in certain places, is that you should really try and complete all of the quests in a certain area, even if they're below you, even if they get grey, to be honest. Try and stick to doing green quests, slightly lower than your level quests, just because of the fact that you'll be able to do them with ease and get them done more quickly. That's my best piece of advice for leveling on this server, really. That and the fact that you'll actually get gear, rather than just being stuck. But yeah, it's sometimes like this. I wish I had a high level horde character on this server like I do on Alliance, because the amount of coin that you have to spend, the amount of gold you have to spend on trying to equip your character with the XP rates is really terrible. I remember I got to level 60 and I had maximum herbalism and I was making a lot of gold, yet it still took me a couple of days to buy all of my gear. So that's one thing that we have to be prepared for. I mean, the best way to get around that is mainly to buy the abilities that you know you'll be using in your rotation, and to make sure that you just buy the higher ranking ones of those, and keep abilities that are more utility or not that necessary to last, especially if they're really expensive. So for example, when I was leveling my rogue, it was quite easy because, well, I had an alliance character on which to give me gold, but also I knew that I was just mainly going for Sinister Strike, Rupture, Garrot, and sorry, and Slice and Dice, so it wasn't that difficult. But I had money on that on that character at the moment. I think I'm absolutely skint. Yeah, 2 silver. Yes. Right. I think I'm probably going to take a trip to Orgrimmar in the next video just to show you guys what the population's like there. I can't really tell you what it's like because the last time I went to Orgrimmar on a horde character on this server was before Christmas. It was a couple of months ago, about 4 or 5 months ago, and it was pretty lively. It was really nice seeing people jumping on top of the old bank, you know, like you used to, and it was just really enjoyable to go back to that place. I can remember when I was first making horde characters back in like 2007 time. I really enjoyed going into the drag as it was and going through Orgrimmar, because it just felt like a really unique cultural art style and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. So I'll make sure to go there, almost just like to inform you guys on what it's like in terms of the population there. You'll get a good feel for it, and you'll probably also see in the chat, if you look at it whilst I'm there, that there's a lot of people doing raids and pickup groups. I mean, of course, bear in mind that I'm recording this in the middle of the day on a Monday, so yeah, that's probably why it's not that massively active a server, so at this point anyway. It's kind of good to see people actually leveling here when it's this time, really. Come on, die, you bastard. I've got to watch out because I actually forgot how hard it is to take on multiple enemies in vanilla content. It is pretty difficult. I mean, you could take on about 2, but anything more than that, it's not like the days of modern WoW where it's quite easy to take on more than one enemy. And you've also got to worry about your resources, like things like mana and stuff, and you're taking on multiple enemies. But I really do look forward to doing that high-end content. I really do look forward to raiding, either on this character or on other characters, and showing you that, because I really enjoyed. I can imagine it would have been really, really hard to organise things like 40-man raids and the like. But to be fair, I think that there must be an enjoyment from that, from the huge group of people that you've got. You probably really feel like the threats that you're up against are deadly bosses, where you could really die easily. And the fact is that you could die quite easily, and it took a lot of skill and it took a lot of teamwork. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing you guys why it is that playing on this server is quite worth it. And I've realised I've had Rockbiter off for a while. I'm a total nab. Shit, there's another Fellstalker there. Fortunately, because I'm a shaman, I've got healing, so on the rogue, god, at this lower level it was really fucking difficult. Shit, I'm out of mana already. I'm just going to conserve it because I'm probably going to need to heal in a minute. Ah, fuck it, no, I'm alright. Just go for it. Last him. Yeah, there we go. Did I need Fellstalker hooves? Oh, I didn't even know that I had to... Oh, right, for my elemental quest. Oh, what the fuck? Come on, man. Help a brother out. Oh, God, I forgot that you had to target Vucky heals. I should have... self-healed. Right. Come on, die, you bastard. Right, that's all of our quests completed, so now we can hopefully get out of here. I just want to quickly look at this Call of Earth thing whilst I'm leveling here. Right, there we go. Right, I'm going to quickly look at the Shaman quest, because it's been quite a while since I did it. The time is now, young Shaman. You've grown strong and your spirit endures. Like the earth, following the Shaman's path shows you have wisdom before even proving yourself. The element of earth will guide your destiny, becoming part of you if you are ready. But you must stand before the earth itself. If you are ready, then you will see things only Shaman know of. Seek out the Fellstalkers to the north and take from them 2 of their hooves. Return to me then, and we shall speak more of your future. I quite like that. I missed some of the class quests. I know that there was the epic rogue quest, the legendary rogue quest, I should say, at the end of Cataclysm, which I had friends who did, and they said it was really quite enjoyable. It was one of the best things about Cataclysm. But I missed some of these more personal quests where every 10 levels or so you'd have your own quests where you had to get like your gear and stuff like that, and there was the Warlock ones with the mounts and the Paladin ones and stuff like that. I really quite enjoyed that because it enhanced the roleplay of it, and after all it is an MMORPG. So if you are playing it with it, I'd imagine that you kind of want to enjoy a bit of the MMO stuff. I'll probably be able to get to level 10 with these quests we've got a hand in here. And if once I get to level 10 I'll probably end it. Right, Vow of Familiars. Probably just going to go with the walking stick, seeing as I don't have a shield. Oh wait, my inventory's full. Go and sell some shears. I can probably go and talk to this guy and hand in the Fellstalker hooves first. Excellent. Of all the elementals, Earth represents the foundation of all things. It is your strength, your stamina, and your patience. Earth will protect you, but only if shown the proper respect. Like the other elements, even Earth can be fickle. Earth is the basis for life, and by observing its laws, you will gain greater wisdom. Never forget the secrets of the Earth shares with you. I shall make a scepter for you now. By accepting it, you'll realise your path. I'm just going to quickly go and hand in this stuff. Yeah, I'll probably get level 10 easily here. Sting of the Scorpid. Yeah, I need to fucking sell some stuff. I've been looting all of that pointless junk. I need to sell it on. Right, here we go. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, 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 sell. Right. It's kind of necessary to sell stuff really in this, if you can actually have the coin. Right. I mean, not really a problem in Mr. Pandaria, since they got rid of having to buy spells. I'm not sure whether I like that or not. It does make it more easy, but at the same time it kind of encourages ignorance, because if you just constantly are getting spells as you go on, for new players at least, they might not even look at what it is they've got. Right. Let's get me some cape. Get myself a little cloakage. Looks a bit crap. It looks like I've just draped somebody's flesh against my back, but that's the shaman way, man. Right, got myself a soft wool vest. Cool. Cool. And I think that we can now go in hand in this. I don't know if I will get to level 10 here, but I'll probably end the episode at this one. After hand this in. Right, let's go with the staff. There we go, level 10, guys, as I thought. And I'll take these quests next time, but if I just have a look at myself now. Looking pretty cool. Let's go into the talents and see what it is we've got here. I'm going to go straight for restoration, because I think that that's the best path to go as a shaman, especially if I'm going to do PvE content, which is what I really want to do on this character. So, reduces the mana cost of healing spells, reduces the casting time of your healing wave. That's probably a lot more. Yeah, I'll go with that. Alright, okay. I want to really just play this my way, this character, and to be honest with you, I haven't leveled a shaman before, so if people are going to complain about it, then you're welcome to do so, but yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to say that I do. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Comment if you want any more vanilla gaming or if you want anything else. I've been really enjoying this. I'm looking forward to carrying on leveling the character. So for now, I'll see you in the next episode.